I don't know what you have seen. Number one, when I went out and I was coming back, I bought you shawarma, bought you ice cream, something that is not even available in the place that we used to go normally. I went all the way to get these things for you, and I brought it to you, and now this is what you are telling me. That me, I don't like you, I don't love you.
Babe, get the gist.
I beg, please.
Get the gist. I understand and I appreciate all of those things that you got here.
You don't
but
understand. You don't
I'm
appreciate
serious. I'm serious. I really appreciate it. But these things are the things that are like cocoa, like serious to me. Do you get, like, almost everybody feels like this. Everybody feels like there are some things that some people do that doesn't really reflect their love for them, because that might not be their love language. For you, it might not be quality time like I was demanding, might be buying of gifts or act of service or anything like that. So that is why we're making this video, to really explain what the 5 love languages are and how to understand them and how to speak these languages to your spouse, and you to speak
the language that your spouse wants to know, or the language that your spouse understands, to speak that exact language to them. And that's why the title of this video is Love Me the Way I Want to Be Loved.
Yep.
I wanna be loved. Love me the way I want to be loved.
Yeah.
You know, there's a way that somebody wants to be loved. There's a way she wants to be loved. There's a way I want to be loved. So don't love me the way you want to love. Love me the way I want to be loved. Because everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel.
Yes, you're welcome.
My name is Muyiwa.
And I'm Onyikonsola.
And this is
Love and Emotions Hub.
If you are new to this channel, welcome to our channel. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for sharing, comment in the comment section. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. Thank you. We love you and we appreciate you.
We see your
thank
comments,
you. Exactly.
we see your likes,
we
see everything, and you
I
guys
really
rock.
appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much. And then this will be a point of call to everyone. Please, after watching this video, please like, please share, because there are a lot of people that need to learn these things. Please let them enjoy it, and please comment in the comment section. We want to see your comments. You know, tell us how you feel. Let us know what you think about these things, and if you have any questions too, feel free to share them. As we said before, today's video is Love Me the Way I Want to Be Loved. The truth of the matter is that everybody has the way they love. Imagine, okay, this is my wife. Imagine she speaks French and me, I speak English, and that's the only thing we understand. She's speaking French to me, and please. I'm the one that's supposed to be speaking in French, not you, please. Yeah. So and then myself, I'm speaking the English, and she's not understanding. Imagine how the discord, the disagreement is going to be.
Pourquoi?
Exactly. Pourquoi? What's pourquoi?
Pourquoi means why. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, so see an example of what I just said. Pourquoi? So imagine she's speaking a language I don't understand.
Yes.
Speaking a language she don't understand. So the same thing with love language. We've noticed that in marriages, one of the things that people do is that they speak the language that they understand to their spouse and expect their spouse to appreciate it. The spouse cannot appreciate it because you are not speaking his or her language.
Doesn't necessarily mean that the spouse is not appreciating. It's just because it's not the person's thing like that. Just like he was saying that he buys me stuff. Yes, he buys me stuff, but I'm not like the gifty kind of person. Even though yes, I appreciate it. Do you understand?
But it's not a core, love language, And that brings us to the 5 love languages that are existing. If you understand these 5 love languages and you use them well between you and your spouse, I'm telling you, you would have a swell time in your home. A survey was carried out amongst 100 heterosexual couples, and what was the essence of this survey that was carried out? They wanted to know, okay, between these couples, what was the effect of love language on their sexual life and also on the health of their relationship. And what did they find out? They found out that for couples who understood each other's love languages, that the love language understanding brought about satisfaction in their relationship and also in their sexual life. And mind you, one of the things that actually blew my mind in this thing was that this survey was carried out between 17-year-old and 58-year-old, and then between 6 months of marriage and then 24 years in marriage. And what did they discover again? They actually discovered that there was no correlation between number of years of marriage and the spouse actually understanding each other's love language. Now, what does that mean? That means that if you are 6 months old in your marriage, you can even understand each other's love language better than people that have been married for 15 years. And that tells us something. That tells us something that is about intentionality.
Yes.
It's about consciousness.
You have to
be
do
deliberate.
these things intentionally. Just as you go to school, you read and you pass intentionally. You just don't wake up, put your book by your side and be like la cram la po, and then everything. Nah, it doesn't work that way. The same thing also applies also in your marriage or your relationship.
Yes, so that means that you choose to understand the love language of your partner
and speak
actually
it.
speak it.
Yes, because there's something about understanding it, and then there's another part of speaking it. Yeah.
Do you get? So it's important. So that takes us to the 5 love languages that actually exist. One of them is words of affirmation. Now, what does word of affirmation mean?
Okay, word of affirmation basically means that these people they feel loved when you speak good words to them, encouraging words to them, appreciative words to them, saying, babe, you're looking fine, babe, Chauncey bear, or babe, you're doing very well, you can do this, you can achieve this, you can go for it, you know. Appreciate her. When she makes new hair, you just don't what's it called, just say okay, the hair is fine. Let her know that this hairdresser finished work on top your head.
So more like you're the person's hype person.
Exactly.
Hype man, hype
Exactly.
woman. You know, you see the person, and for instance, now maybe your wife just dresses up and you're going to a party, or you're even going to church, or
don't wait for outsiders to tell her first that she's looking nice. Be the first person.
Out, you be like, man. You just
be like, damn.
You get it now? Damn.
I'm telling you, like, you smell nice. Exactly. Oh my days.
So for her, if she's a words of affirmation person, I'm telling you,
you've made her day already.
You've made her day. And then anything you need from that woman, that you get it in full dose.
You've pressed the move button already.
So the same thing happens to the man. If you observe that, okay, for instance, now maybe the man just won a contract, you know, celebrate him.
Oh my God. What a king.
What a king.
What a king in his palace. Oh my days. Handsome man.
That's it.
I'm not Chauncey bear.
Alright, so that takes us to the next love language, which is act of service. Now, there are some people that you must do something for them
to prove that you love them.
Know that you love them. Like maybe washing their car, washing their plates, or even if you are not, okay, let's say for instance now, a woman, she's cooking. She wants you to be in the kitchen. Maybe while she's cooking, you're just washing the dishes with her, you know, or you are assisting her to do something.
She needs salt. You bring it.
You bring salt.
You might not be the one to do the main work, but she just wants to see that you are helping with whatsoever thing that she's doing. You can go to the salon together, and then she'll be like, please let me be picking the attachment to be given to the. It's as simple as that. Or she wants to loosen her hair, be like, okay, let me help you loosen the tip or something. It's as simple as small stuff like that. It means a whole lot to so many people.
And unfortunately, it's just that men think that these things are demeaning things.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you really want to please your spouse, even the Bible tells us that for couples, you are meant to please each other. You're supposed to please each other. You know, Paul was saying in the Bible that he was admonishing the singles that they should not get married, because when they get married, they would always have to satisfy their spouse. So that means that when you are married, you have no work than to satisfy your spouse. Do you get? So please, act of service is very important for those people who speak that language. Help them to do one thing or the other. And that takes us to number 3, physical touch.
You see this one, I'm like, okay, we're not talking about this. Okay, so physical touch, it doesn't necessarily mean romantic touch. I want you guys to know this, because there are so many people that crave physical touch and then they are not romantically attracted to each other. Yeah, so physical touch just means that touching in any way, and you need to draw boundaries. If you are the physical touch person, I want to put a disclaimer out there that you need to intentionally draw boundaries in your mind so that some people will not take advantage of that and start creeping into what's not supposed to be in your life. Yeah, so physical touch for couples, for example, it might even be as small as you guys are walking together down the street, you hold your hand or something, or even you make your hair, and then apart from the fact that he's telling you that this hair is nice, he tells you that this hair is so nice, look at your scalp as it's showing, and he's also touching the hair. Yeah, I used to, you know that sometimes that anytime he's apologizing, I used to tell him that you're not apologizing very well, you're not apologizing my language, because I don't like him to just be standing and then be saying I'm sorry, can you go? No, I will tell him that no, it's not me apologizing that way. You come, you say, you tell him like, oh sorry baby, and you need all of those things, it goes a very long way in.
That's for people whose love language is physical touch.
Yeah.
Now, if you do it to another person whose love language, whose legal love language is not physical touch,
don't give that back.
So that's why I said, understand people's
love language
and speak it to them. Speak it to them. It's not everybody that likes physical touch.
I love physical touch.
What's going on? Did you just see that?
Okay.
All right, so that's that about physical touch. For instance, now let's say that maybe you're not living with your husband or your wife in a particular place together. Maybe you are you're in the US, your wife is in the UK for a while or something like that. One of the ways people practice this physical touch, if the spouse's love language is physical touch, is by wearing the clothes of that spouse. For instance, now you do video call to that person over there, and the person wants to feel that touch. You can wear that person's clothes, you can wear that person's t-shirt, yes, and the person feels the hug from over there.
There are a lot of ladies on this table that they like taking men's clothes, men's t-shirts and all.
So that's one of the things that people do. People who like physical touch in long distance relationship actually do. And that takes us to the next one, which is receiving gifts. There are some people that their own love language is this:
bring the money, bring the gift, shower me roses.
If you like, talk from here to tomorrow. Talk, sweet talk, see that if you don't bring anything,
I'm telling you, you're not saying this. Do you know that there's some people that be like, give me food. If you give me food like this, propose to me next minute, I don't agree.
For such people, their love language is gift. They just want to collect something, And one of the things we observe is that these things are things that people have imbibed from when they are growing up. A lot of times, how did your parents respond to yes? How did they show love to you? How did you accept love from people generally? Sometimes these things show your love language. And we're still going to discuss that anyways.
And something about what's it called, giving of gifts, is that it necessarily doesn't mean to be expensive. You're just being thoughtful about this person. Some people might just be saying that and maybe this my singlet is already fading, or this my boxer is already fading, and then you see someone that is selling nice boxers or singlets, and then you buy it for your husband, or I did one thing for my husband some weeks ago. He likes to eat munchies, even though the thing just is to annoy me, like, oh my god. And then it had been helpful in so many ways that week, and I've not really been able to keep up and all. So before I closed that day, I just decided that let me even shock this guy, and I decided to buy munchies. I just bought two sachets of munchies. It's not expensive at all, and I gave it to him. It made a lot of sense, right? I didn't buy a car or a mansion or something, but I was just thoughtful about the fact that okay, he likes to eat this thing. So you don't necessarily mean to go expensive or out of your way. Just be thoughtful about what
the thoughtfulness is the beauty, and that's what will make the person really, really happy for that gift. And that takes us to the last one, which is quality time. You see, one of the things we will observe is that you see ladies very high percentage of ladies actually like this last one. Quality time. Very high percentage.
I'm
of
sitting
them.
on this table comfortably.
So you should understand when the person asks for time. Sometimes what the person just even wants is you are together in a place, you're not pressing your phone, you are not watching TV, and you are just glued to that person. Even if it's 10 minutes, see. So even if it's 10 minutes, even if it's 15 minutes, you might want to do some other things, and that person understands that you actually want to do those other things.
Yeah.
But that short time there you have carved out and concentrating on only her or on only him at that point in time makes the whole difference. So that's where quality time comes in.
Yeah. You know that there are sometimes we ladies, so for example, we have a lot of things to say, a lot of gist to gist, lot of anger to vent out and all. So we really do not need you to say, okay, do this way or do that way. You just want to say that, babe, you will not understand what happened. Look at some days ago, he was on call, like he didn't sleep at home that night because he was at work and I was cooking and then something burnt my hand, and I just wanted to let him know that babe, this was what happened to. I was going to see him when I get home, but I just wanted his attention. So it's as little as that, because we ladies we just want to talk. That's our nature. We are just emotional beings.
So guys, understand that. Men, understand that. Now there are also some men, although there's a little percentage of men that actually like that quality time, because men are caught up with work, busy schedules and things like that. So when your spouse calls for quality time, if that is the person's love language, please give it in the right dose and speak it in the right proportion. All right, so that takes us to how you can actually get to know your love language. I mentioned one before, that how were you shown love while growing up? That's one of the ways you can actually know your love language. What were the things that people did to you when you're growing up that made you know that I think this person loves me, that made you feel that the person loved you? Another way is, what are the things that you like to do for people? What are the things you like to do for people? And that's one of the errors, and that's one of the errors people do. Like for instance, now somebody there's every probability that if you like receiving gifts, you will also like giving gifts. So that's one of the mistakes that some spouses make. Because they like receiving gifts,
speak their own personal love language instead of their
spouse's own. Do you understand now? So for instance, now if you love gifts, that's your own love language, but that doesn't mean that that's what your spouse wants you to be doing. So that's one of the ways that you will know that, okay, this is your own, and you will tell your spouse that, oh, this is what I love, and your spouse will keep doing that. And I told you from the statistics that once you keep doing that, your love is renewed. You are becoming satisfied more and more. The last thing that I would like to say is, what are the things that annoy you? One of the things, that's also one of the ways that you will know. Now, for instance, now let's say you are somebody who, let me go back to gifts again. Let's say, for instance, your love language is gifts, receiving of gifts, and then for one reason or the other, somebody came to apologize to you and the person did not bring gifts. You know that will annoy you. So now that thing, because it is annoying you, that also shows you that your love language is receiving of gifts. That thing that if they don't do it to you annoys you is actually one of the ways to know that it. So if your own is physical touch and the person did not touch you, you'll be like, no, you're talking to yourself. You have not apologized.
It's not me you're talking to.
You'll be like, you have not apologized to. And then once the person does that, you become happy. The person has spoken your language. So my lesson for you, our lesson for you today is, go and find out your own love language, one,
your spouse's.
Then your spouse's love language, and begin to speak it. And tell your spouse your own love language, so that your spouse will begin to speak that language to you.
Do not just assume that he knows it and is going to speak it. Demand for it.
Don't assume. So, and that will make us also say this: if your spouse has not watched this video, or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or your wife or people around you have not watched this video and you need something from them, send them this video to go and
Yes,
watch,
so
that they can know how to make you happy.
if you have elder brother or elder
Send
sister,
it to them.
you know how to get the mumu
Send
button
it to
already.
them. Your
Send
daddy,
it,
your mom,
exactly.
your uncle, your auntie, send it to them.
You just
Let
be
them
like,
watch it.
uncle, I just have to come and greet you. You buy cocoa and what's the walnut?
Exactly.
Some uncles, that's what they like, walnut. But like, this walnut is so good. Can you cook? Like, uncle, you like it? And I even wanted to tell you that I need iPhone. This my phone is not good. They'll be like,
And you'll be surprised that he will just
I'm
find a way
telling
to
you.
get it for you. You understand? So it works like magic. So in the comment section, please drop what you have learned from here, and also share your experiences on this love language thing.
Let us know how it has worked for you.
How it has worked for you. You know, we have shared our own. You need to share your own. Let us see. And if you have questions, please drop them in the comment section. If you have topics that you want us to discuss on this channel, send them, put them there, and let us know, and we'll revert back and work on them. All right. We love you. If you have not shared, share now. If you have not liked, please like,
do so.
and if you have not subscribed, please do that
so.
immediately. And we'll see you in the next video. We love you.
Bye.